Hello.
Okay, thanks for taking the time, Harsh, for a short testimonial. Before we start, maybe give the audience a little introduction of who Harsh actually is and what he's doing.
My name is Harsh Gandhi. I started so I work in I'm working in software field since 10 or 12 years, and I registered a company in Germany in the beginning of March, and since then and that's for me a kind of a side job. So my main job is I'm working somewhere for a company, and then as a side job I started this company. And yeah, since then I also started with a project in this company, and it's almost 4 months. And yeah, I'm working on that.
Nice, nice. What specifically is the niche, the specialty that you're focusing on?
The niche that I'm focusing on right now is backend. But I also have experience with front end, and so my focus is basically full stack software development with DevOps.
Nice. Yeah, there's great demand in that area. And you said you started your business on the side, so to say, next to your current job. That was back in March. And yeah, that's basically how that's a good starting point. So you basically started your company right away. And I think more or less at the same time we started collaborating together. And how were the first 5 months now today? Like, what did we do? How did it
Mhm.
work out? Maybe some highlights here.
Mhm. So I think the first 2 months after starting my business, I was just looking for projects, but I was not that successful. And in the meantime, I think over LinkedIn, I got your contact, or you approached me maybe, and that's how I came in touch with you guys, and that's how we started. So I started following the modules, the exercises that you have, and I think that worked pretty well with I was on module one, for example, and I was intensively I built up my resume in the beginning. That was one of the main point, because I thought I was not 100% on my resume, and that actually changed a lot for me, I thought. And that's how it started. So I built up the resume and started approaching the freelancing websites and applied on different portals, and that's how the results started to uh, change. So, and that's how I achieved. I got the project. So I got the first project in April, and no, not in April. Sorry, in end of May, and I started working on this project in the beginning of June. So it's almost 4 months I'm working on this project, and I think it's going pretty well. I'll almost get an extension next 6 months. So let's see.
Very good. Yeah. Great achievement again. We were very happy after starting very shortly. You were able to close your first client. Let's maybe talk about a little bit about the project. What's the volume? What's the size of the project?
So it's basically a full-time project, and so it's hourly basis. It, I charge around 70 euros, and so for the initial 6 months period, I need to calculate. But if you so it's 160 hours per month, and on an average, and if you calculate, so around 12,000 euros per month, and into six, it comes around 75K.
Nice, nice. For the start, it's quite decent start for your first project on the side. Let's not forget, which is great. How did we prepare? I still remember very good, especially in the sales call training. Like maybe from your perspective, how did we approach and prepare you for the meetings with the client and whatsoever? Maybe we can walk through there again.
Yeah, I think so there I got this interview call, and then I approached you guys, and then we did I think small role play kind of a thing, and Thanos also gave some very good tips how to present yourself, and how to counter the questions. So I think that also helped a lot to crack the interview, and that was a good tactic to uh, go towards the interview. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you had we talked about the first initial call, like this, this first get together call that remember that how we prepared you of asking the right questions instead of being interviewed, that you basically a little bit more take the action as the interview ask a lot of questions, especially when you're not so sure what they want to hear. I think because we role played it, right, in one of our live trainings, and I think that the next day or the next week you had the call, and I remember then you coming in the live call again, and you basically already had the project, which was super good. Super happy about that. And cheers to Thanos, that he made a good job there as well. Happy to see that. Great. And project, is it how you imagined, or it's also a very nice client. You don't need to name it, but it's I remember looking it up. It was a really cool client, a shoe producer, right? It was a shoe producer.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the project is very good. I think for the start, what I wanted to do, that's what I got, and I think I'm pretty much happy about it.
That's great. If you're happy, I'm happy too. That's good. And now down the road, you said already there's extension. So you're doing good work. What's the plan now with the client? So prolongation into the next year?
So they basically give a 6 months contract. So the contract ends on the end of October. So there is a 90% possibility they extend it, and they have projects for the next 1 year. So let's see how it goes.
Nice. Very, very good. Very, very good. Happy to hear that. And also the niche that you are working in, is it absolutely that what you imagined that you wanted to do?
Yes, the niche, what I expected, and that's exactly where I'm working now. So
Perfect. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. I also really need to say or give you some props here, because you implemented the feedback, the modules that we gave you immediately, which obviously results in basically immediate success and closing 75K without any experience before as a freelancer or a business, and doing everything on the side. That's you can clap yourself on the shoulder. It's you forget about it right now. It's like a couple of months after you kind of forget, but it's an amazing job that you did. So yeah, congrats to Harsh, I would say.
thank you very much.
But really happy for you, man. It's just the start. Now we can also look how we can increase that. Maybe now going into the extension, we can see if we increase your price as well. That's an option that we can do. And I mean, it's a great customer, so maybe you can build something long term here as well, as a long term client. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
what are your highlights from the mentoring so far? What did you like best? What helped you the most?
Um, the most is what I like is um your feedbacks, the questions that we ask, your feedbacks on that, and your also the time in which you reply to things where I, for example, I have a question, write it on Telegram, and so it's the feedback time is also very fast. Um, then that the way you guys express also very good. So yeah, overall working with you has been very nice, I think.
That's great. That's great. Likewise. So that's also that's leading to my next question. Any downsides where you say that we could improve in the mentoring?
Um, I think the option of group call, I find it's good that you have many in one call. But as you did, this one-to-one call is also important every week, for maybe a 5 or 10 minutes. But that should be done with every, because that's how you can win the trust, or also the that's a short feedback what I felt,
Yeah. Oh, great.
because
Great.
it's not
Good.
always possible to be in the third group call
Yeah.
because of the time and all. Yeah, but
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, that's good feedback that we actually already changed, right? That we have one-to-one calls with every client every week.
mhm.
So that's good that you emphasize this, and we're going in the right direction. I'm happy about that.
Mhm.
Um, and last question from my side, would you recommend anybody else joining our mentoring?
Yes, of course, I would definitely recommend. If I have someone who is willing to scale, or who is willing to shift to from a current job to a freelancing as a neighbor or a side job, I would definitely recommend you guys.
Perfect. Perfect. Happy to hear that. That's great, because yeah, getting out. If we check the return on invest here, I very bad at math, but it's pretty high for the invest and the
Mhm.
outcome. It's good question what it is. It's quite high, I would say. It's like 15 times 15 or something like that if we take that. So that's a
Yes,
great
yes.
result. It's just a start. Happy
Mm-hmm.
to achieve way more in the future, but thanks, Harsh, for the
Mm-hmm.
nice words. I can also only again emphasize really fun working with you. Enjoy the time. Hope to come a lot more. Anything else that we haven't spoke about that you definitely want to say or emphasize?
I think don't don't have anything else.
Perfect. Well then, let's keep on rocking, Harsh. Thanks for your
Mm-hmm.
time,
Thank you
and
very much.
let's get it. All right.